Virgo, welcome to your November 2023 mid-month reading here. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being patient for your reading as well. So let's go ahead and begin here, Virgo. What is going on with my Virgos? Okay, Virgo, I see you. I see you, Virgo. I do get here that you are going through like some form of like healing, right? Healing can be, I mean, we can subcategorize that, or there can be a lot of subcategories with healing, but this is some form of like letting go. Oh yeah, definitely. Woo. And I think it's for the better here, because what you're realizing, what I'm seeing here already, is that, you know, what you're letting go of, what you think may be a loss, is not really a loss, because you have the Four of Pentacles here in the outcome. There may be a disappointment with it, right? But I think this is you understanding like there's something better actually here that you are getting, or something that you're realizing it's better than, or it turns out better than you expect here. Also too, while I pull the last of these cards, if you want to book a personal reading with me, they are on sale. I would love to do a personal read if you want one. I'll leave that link down below in the description. All the details are there. Just click the link and you can book a reading with me. Also, sign up for my newsletter if you haven't yet. You'll receive all my updates. Here's the thing. You are clearing and activating space. A lot of people are. New moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is all about transformation. Letting go of things that need to be let go of. Transmuting and changing and becoming a higher being, right? Ascending, right? Phoenix, right? Now I'm saying you got this clear and activate space. That's why I'm saying that. Right, so this create sacred space here, and so I think this is a lot of clearing out that you're doing, possibly past things that you didn't even know that you were really hanging on to. You're letting go of. This can actually come in the form of like material things, but also like emotional and spiritual things here as well. That, you know, maybe you're just realizing that it's time to let go of. And I can sense like the emotional side of this and the spiritual side of this, because you have this Moon card here, and the Moon deals with like our private emotions, right? Our personal life, our personal affairs. You could also deal with like home, but just our overall our emotional energy in general, right? Moon deals with comfort too. So it may be a little bit uncomfortable for you at this time because you're going through a phase of change, but just like the moon goes through its phases, and there's always a brighter day. So you have this Star card in your current energy. Now the Star card again is like the most spiritual card in the deck. It's interesting too, because what's really going on is like you're allowing things to leave outside of your life, and then you're creating a space in a vacuum to attract newer things in. And that can only happen when you do tap into the Star card energy. That can only happen when you allow yourself to go through that process of renewal, to go through that transformation, and understand that there's a blessing in it all. And that also too, it's like miracles can happen. And when I say miracle, you know, I'm not talking in the grand scheme of things miracle, but I'm saying like sometimes what we do need is a miracle, right? Sometimes what we do need is just a grace from God, or just a grace from the universe, or a blessing or something like that, that really allows us to rejuvenate, that really uplifts our spirits, right? And that's what I'm getting here. Even with this Knight of Cups being your overall energy, it's like this is about you, yourself, the things that you love, the things that you enjoy, your objects of desires that you want, and that you're going after with this Knight of Cups, your vision, your dreams, you name it. One thing I'm seeing here is like you having to sort of tap more into the spiritual side here, because with the Nine of Pentacles being in your challenge, it's no more really about, well, let me back up here, because you pulled the Death card as your advice, and we all know that the Death card is Scorpio, right? And so don't freak out because you see the Death card. It's just the Death card, again, it's just the energy that's in the celestial sphere of Scorpio. Sun is Scorpio, new moon is Scorpio. So it's like going through that transformation, because it's like you want to build a lifestyle that you want, that I'm seeing here. And this is definitely a potent time to do so, but it is going to take like letting go and allowing yourself to step into transformation. And although with the Five of Cups in the future, it's like it could be disappointing, or you feel like you didn't really get what it is that you wanted in the past, now you're kind of faced with the challenge of, well, can you get it in the future? But the only way to get it in the future, what I'm picking up on, is like you having to accept the present moment and understanding that you can't go back and change the past, but you can use self-control and positivity to help you sort of like regain or to get and achieve the thing that you want. Because I'm seeing here, it's like even if you're letting go of something, it's like you're realizing, oh, that wasn't that difficult, that wasn't that hard, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, right? And so this Four of Pentacles here is also something that's like you're realizing like, oh, I'm still good, right? But also too, it's like whatever you want, if you channel your desires correctly, the Four of Pentacles is saying like you'll get that initial form of achievement here and you'll be proud of yourself. Because the Ace of Cups is in the position of something that you're unaware of. And the Ace of Cups really points to like inner love, right? Is your own cup filled up? Right? Are you focusing on your own inner world here? Right? Do you feel drained? Do you feel just like, you know, the waters in the cup is all muddy and murky? So maybe just pour that fucking cup out and refill that motherfucker with, you know, with more grace and positivity and love with this Star card. Also like more also like newer inspiration, right? And yeah. Okay, hold on. You have this, hey, I knew it. You have this, you are healing your heart. The heart hurts, but it will mend in time. So it's like you could be going through some heartbreak, or just in general, it's just like you're going through a healing period, you know. But I will say, if you are going through a healing period, right? The Star is probably one of the best cards you can pull, right? Because when you pull the Star card, it's basically saying like there's a spiritual transformation going on in that. Your faith will be rejuvenated through the process of healing, and also there will be what you would consider a miracle or a blessing that comes about, and that's what I'm seeing here in the outcome with the Four of Pentacles. Some of you may have some Scorpio in your chart, by the way. You know what I've realized about tarot? It could just be me, right? I feel like tarot's kind of like poetry. It's kind of like poetry. And I think being a great tarot reader, it's like learning how to flow while creating the poem. You know what I mean? Or what makes for a great reading, you know? Clarify this Knight of Cups. You got way better stuff on the horizon. You pull this Wheel of Fortune on this Knight of Cups. So you're definitely in a period of transition and change. The Wheel of Fortune is also like the change in seasons, how we go through changes in seasons in our own personal lives. But you have a better change on the horizon. The Wheel of Fortune is actually a blessing in this read, considering that you have the Death card here, right? So it's like, even though you're going through a pretty transformational change and transition, it's like, you know, it's like the winter going to the spring. It's like, you know, there will be a regeneration that happens from all of it. Clarify this Star card in your current energy. Four Wands here. Yeah, I mean, and also two Star card, Four Wands. Like if you're feeling inspired, if you're feeling an upliftment and energy here, and you're spiritually connecting, and you're doing the healing work, and you're focusing on yourself and your own desires and the things that you enjoy and the things that you want, then you need to ride that wave, right? You need to ride that wave as long as you can. Know what I'm saying? And that wave may take you from one beach to the other beach. But shit, that beach that you was at, that just ain't the beach no more. You know what I mean? Shit, that motherfucker is like lost when the fucking when the island is about to fucking fall apart. Shit, you gotta find another island. You pulled the Justice card here to clarify that Nine of Wands and the challenge. Yeah, it's like there's certain things that you're having to give up here, and there's some things you're having to give up here, but it's interesting though, because right after never mind. But it's like it's like the change of seasons, right? Justice card is like the karmic law, right? The law of the universe, cosmic law. So even if you think you're losing something, it's really your ego that senses that and feels like you're losing something and like, oh my God, I'm going to slip into the abyss. But understanding the balance of the universe, it's like the scales will always equal back out. But if the universe is calling for change and transformation, or God is calling for change and transformation, you know, God has a better plan for you. And that's the hardest thing I feel about being human, is like having faith and having courage to surrender and trust in God or the divine. Yeah, definitely some heartbreak that you're letting go of. You pulled this 3 of Swords on the Death card. So, you know, some things here that have come and go in your life. And the Death card, 3 of Swords, I'm going to keep it real. It is not an easy advice, because it is pain, and it is feeling pain, and it is feeling like, you know, you lost something and you can't really necessarily do something or anything about it. But the one thing with the 3 of Swords is like, what you can understand and what you can do is extrapolate the lesson from it and understand how you can become better from this situation. And you may feel like it's not fair, and maybe it's not fair, you know, but yeah, let's see. Clarify the 5 of Cups in the future. Star card again. Boom. Look at that healing, baby. Yeah, there's a lot of healing here. It's interesting too. It's like a lot of the times, like when we're going through a difficult period of time, it's like sometimes it's like the best thing to do is put it in the hands of God, or put it in the hands of the universe or spirit, whatever you want to call it for yourself, right? Because it takes the weight off you, right? It takes some burdens off of you, and that's where you can also align with the divine, and then you can understand how to navigate the challenges. Clarify this Ace of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with unrequited love, right? Maybe there's maybe something like that. You have the 9 of Cups here in the position of something that you're unaware of with the Ace of Cups here. I think this is really about spiritually filling your own cup with this 9 of Cups. You know, really submerging yourself into your inner world, doing the healing, clearing it all out, and starting to give to yourself the love that you need. Give to yourself the spiritual healing that you need. I think that's like the most important thing. Because you can no longer look for it in the external with this 3 of Swords, right? And so it's like you're forced to really go through that inner transformation. It's like the underworld, right? It's like, I think it's Persephone, right, in mythology. How there's in Greek mythology that Persephone, I think she's like the goddess of, I'm gonna butcher this, so I already know there's gonna be some Karens and Darrens, but I believe she's like the god of fertility, right? She gives life. But, you know, she has like a relationship with Hades, so every winter she goes down to the underworld, and she's no longer up here, right? And so like everything starts to die in the winter because she's in the underworld, but she's really going through this deeper inner transformation. So I may have butchered that, so don't come after me. I might have just poked some bears out there that have been waiting to attack. Hey, you can clear it up for me. Shit. You got this Page of Cups here on this 4 of Pentacles. And yeah, I think this is about you. I also see something here. You could be receiving help from an individual. Page of Cups is usually like a messenger, or like a person who brings a form of some type of compassion or help, and that could like give you a sense of grounding. But also with this Page of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, it's like you could be just like really starting to find like your spiritual strength here, and like your grounding here. Because I almost get here like you're Virgo, that if you take a look at this 3 of Swords, you can see that this person's like split in half, right? And like when we go through an ego death, it's like our personality is split, right? And it's up to us to integrate it back again, but in a new, healthy, positive way. So I feel with this Four of Pentacles in the outcome, this is the personal integration that's happening, that's inspiring you and giving you like an upliftment. So yeah, damn, Virgo, we haven't had a deep reading for you in quite some time. I'm just saying. I'm gonna need some nicotine, shit. I need some nicotine for this one, damn. I'm gonna pull you one more card. Look at that, 3:33 on the clock. That's the Megalodon, by the way. You have this Taurus card. Maybe some of you have a Taurus moon. But Taurus is about enduring prosperity, our ability to be able to persevere, right? Taurus is about patience, perseverance, the ability to be able to endure and cultivate at the same time something that is prosperous and that will provide for us and make our lives more harmonious and beautiful and bring a sense of pleasure and comfort. So that's what I got for you, Virgo. Beautiful. This is like such a beautiful read, but at the same time, it's like, you know, kind of, I can see like what you're going through. I can sense what you're going, I can feel what you're going through. So I appreciate y'all, Virgo. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. They're on sale. That link's down below in the description. I'd love to do one for you if you feel like this reading resonated and you want me to go deeper into your situation and help guide you. I'd love to do so. And yeah, also sign up for the newsletter if you haven't yet. And otherwise than that, I'll see y'all later. Bye, Virgo.